Hey guys, so I'm gonna go and tell you guys someone that I really admire and why I really admire them instead of an actual person. I'm very big into characters. I love stories and I love making up stories, and I love watching shows, which I already talked to you guys about one of the shows I really like. I was a little disappointed on the second season actually, but there is this other show I really like. It's called Game of Thrones, and I just love the whole vibes of it. Not the ending, I was very sad about, but there was this character I absolutely adore. Her name is Marjorie, and oh my gosh, she was just, everything about her character as a being was just, it had this amazing energy that she gave off on the screen, and she gave off a very strong, and I think in my opinion a very soft energy at the same time. And she in my personal opinion is that I have a lot of mixed feelings about this, but I think that the way she did things was correct. So for one thing is that she grew up in, I think it was somewhat like powerful family, whatnot, but also she kind of possesses, like, she knows she's a beautiful person, just obviously, and she uses it to get the things that she wants. And I think that if you have genuine intentions behind your actions to get what you want, and it's for good, at least in your mind, then, because there's always two sides of things, of whatever things that you're doing, is it good or bad? And at least from what I was seeing in her actions, that in my opinion they were good, and what she was trying to achieve. And she did use her beauty to get what she wanted, but also she had a genuine heart. And the thing that really grabbed me is that she has a charitable heart, at least in my opinion, and she was all about helping the less fortunate. And she knew the status where she's in, she knew that she's a beautiful person, and she understands on how society worked, and in that kind of realm that she is, beauty kind of helps you to go and get where you want. And she had genuine intent behind it, and she was big about wanting to help the homeless in however way she could. And so what she would do is she would go and have there be several different sides, and she would go and make sure that both sides, even people that were against her, to get them to realize, hey, we're on the same side and we're working together. And so, for example, when she was about to marry Joffrey, most people, we all know how Joffrey is, not the best character out there, and she knew how to go and use certain tactics to get him to be on her side. So most females, if they knew they were gonna have to marry someone awful, they would do certain actions to show that they do not like him. Now, if you go and show you don't like, someone that is high and powerful, yeah, you're gonna run into a lot of issues. And knowing how this person is very temperamental, whatnot, then he would do awful things. So she had no other choice but to go and get him to go and soften up and show him, hey, we're on the same side, I'm with you, we're a team, blah blah blah. And you know, so she knew how to go and play with him to so that way he would not go after her, and maybe convince him to do good deeds when they are married. And so I think that is what really like grabbed me, is that it's just her being of, you know, being able to show both sides of, hey, we're on the same team. And you know, she can convince I guess what you would say bad people to go and have them do good things, to be able to help out other beings that were not as fortunate. And so that's why I really like her, and she understands psychology. And it's just, if you go and look at her clips, she does it so beautifully. Like, she understands people so well. And I thought that was incredible. Like, so for one of the examples that I saw is whenever he had like one of those bows, and you know, I think there was one scene where he went and killed one of the women with the bow. But you know, some women would have gone and said some things about the bow. What is it? I don't even know what it's called. Is it bow and arrow? I guess, or archery kind of thing. And she knew that he was the type that likes to feel so powerful and likes to go and feel that he's the smartest one in the room, and just go and have him be the one that is, you know, more powerful than her. And so she would play a certain character in front of him that she's just person that has no idea on how to use the bow and arrow, and he taught her that. And then was, you know, he would feel so good about himself. And also another way is that she would go and to demonstrate confidence and all that, for women is to have your hair behind the shoulders, and then also to go and there was another, to show people that we're a team. So with Cersei, she went and kind of linked her arms with her, and to show, hey, when it was the most appropriate time to do this. And she would go and link arms with her and be, she didn't have to say it, but would go and kind of demonstrate, hey, we're on the same team, linked arms with hers. And she just knew how to get people on her side. And I just think that was just incredible. And I just love everything about this character. And another thing is, instead of you admiring someone like an actual being, is that they can disappoint you later on. So if you admire an actual being, a real person, then you know, you think they're amazing, blah blah blah, and you never know if they're gonna do an action where you are not like, you don't approve of it, I guess, in your opinion. Then you are disappointed in them, and it's just very sad to go and you view them, you put them on a pedestal, and then you see them do some actions where you're like, And so I think it's better to go and admire somebody that is a character. So that way you can go and have a certain idea of them, and you can go and make more and more stories in your mind of this kind of character. And to be honest, I honestly don't think, at least in my mind, that I've not met someone that it really replicates this character in my mind. And I just absolutely love just everything about Marjorie, and what she, like her energy that she gives off, and her charitable heart. And that's kind of what I, want to possess. And I think that there's nothing wrong with admiring other people, and just remind yourself that if you admire an actual being, they are human and they're going to make mistakes. And don't go and put them like on a pedestal where they're better than you, because we're all the same. And just admire their qualities and what you want to possess, and the energy that they give off. And if you want to go and remind yourself of that certain energy, then if it's a character, go and watch some videos of them. So sometimes it'll pop in my feed about Marjorie, and I'd be like, oh, it reminds me of that. And that's kind of the being that I want. And that's just personally me, and I just love this character. So guys, tell me in the down below, what kind of character do you guys admire a lot, and why?